Hello students, welcome back to chapter 4 Literary Heritage of India. Today we are going to discuss medieval literature. Last period we have discussed ancient literature. Today we are going to discuss medieval literature. So during the medieval age, the language in North India was Sanskrit. So we can see many works were composed in Sanskrit language. Like which were the first work of medieval literature? If a question is asked which was the first book on medieval literature, the answer is Somdeva's Katha Sarit Sagar. Somdeva's Katha Sarit Sagar. And next was Kalhana's Raj Tarangini. These are the historical books. The first historical book was Somdev's Katha Sarit Sagar and second was Kalhana's Raj Tarangini. Next work. Next work is Geet Govind. It is written by Jaydeva. Next we can see Apar Brahma languages were developed. Apar Brahma language means one language get influenced by other language. Like Sanskrit was influenced by Hindi. Hindi was because Sanskrit is an old language. Hindi was influenced by Sanskrit. So according to that, the first book is Prithviraj Raso by Chand Bhardai. That is a Hindi book. Prithviraj Raso by Chand Pradhan. What is Prithviraj Raso? So it deals with the heroic events, heroic deeds of Prithviraj Chauhan. Next, in South India also the Sanskrit language developed. And in South India, especially Jainism was influenced in South India. So, which are the poets of Kannada literature? Very important question. Which are the poets of Kannada literature? So, first one is the poet Pampa, who composed Adi Puran and Vikramarjun Vijayant. Second, Puna. Puna has written Shanti Puran, which is describing 16 Jain Tirthankar. And next, Rana. Rana has written Ajitnath Puran and Gadayut. So, these are the three poets. One Pampa, second Puna, and third is Rana. So these Pampa, Puna and Rana, they are known as a trio of Kannada literature. So very important paragraph, that is a literature in Kannada. Next, poet Khamban. What the poet Khamban composed? He composed Ramayana in Tamil language. Which poet composed Ramayana in Tamil language? That is poet Khamban. Next. Even we can see languages were developed during Delhi Sultanate. So which were the languages of Delhi? So it was Kadi Boli and Brij Bhasha. These were the two languages of Delhi. Kadi Boli and Brij Bhasha. Even many devotional songs were also written. Even Rajasthani works were also done. Like famous works are Allah, Udal, Visal Dev, Raso. They were very popular. Next important book, the book called Chandrayan. It is written by Mullah Daud. Who has written Chandrayan? Chandrayan is written by Mullah Daud. Which language? It is Awadhi language and it is the oldest book in the Awadhi language. Next. Even which was the language of court of Delhi Sultanate? Which was the language of court during Delhi Sultanate? The answer is Persian. So we can see many Persian works were written. Even the history was written in Persian language, like Ziauddin Barani. Ziauddin Barani, he has written Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi. What is Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi? So it is a detailed account regarding Khilji and Tughlaq kings. He also written, Ziauddin Barani, he also written a book on political theory, and that is known as Fatwa-e-Jahangiri. Next, very important short note on Amir Khusro. So who is Amir Khusro and what he has contributed? Amir Khusro was a poet, he was a historian, he was a saint, mystic saint, and he was even the composer of music. He was a he was a student of Nizamuddin Aulia. He was a student of Nizamuddin Aulia. And he has written the book. So which are the contribution of Amir Khusro? So he has written Ashika. Next, Na. Next, Sipir. Next, Kiratul Sadayan. Kazian Ulfut. These are the certain works written by Amir Khusro. Next, he was having a great pride. He was proud to be Indian. And what did he praise India as? He praised India as earthly paradise. He has praised India's flora and fauna, its beauty, its building, its knowledge and learning. And according to him, he says that he himself is Muslim, but he says that there is a presence, essence of Hinduism. That is, a presence of Hinduism is only Islam. And what is his mother tongue? So his mother tongue is Hindavli. This is a short note under you have to write under Amir Khusro. He has also composed many languages. He wrote number of bilingual quatrains, 2 languages poem. He used to combine the 2 languages, like he used to combine Hindi and Persian. He was the first who started writing by combining the languages, and then after him many such languages were composed. Next, regional kings in which we can see Kabir. He was a great poet. Next, Bhojpuri and Awadhi. This was a major language during those times. This is a dialect in local language. So even the works of Kabir, you know that Kabir's Dohe. Next, Sadhu Kadi. He has written in Sadhu Kadi language. What is the language used by Kabir? Sadhu Kadi. Next, Malik Muhammad Jayasi. Malik Muhammad Jayasi. He has written Padmavat in Awadhi language. We can also say that Ramcharitra Manas, it is written by Tulsidas, that is also Awadhi language only. Ramcharitra Manas written by Tulsidas. Many such writers were developed in Awadhi language. Next we can see in Bengali, the Ramayan was by Kirti Vasa. In Bengali, the Ramayan was converted by Kirti Vasa. And famous poet Chantidas, he was also under the patronage of rulers, means rulers always supported them. Next, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Narsingh Mehta, Namdev, Eknath, they were the saints during those time, medieval time. Even many important work was done in Kashmir. Ziauddin, under the patronage, it means the Sanskrit was like Mahabharat was converted. Raj Tarangini was converted into Persian languages. Next came Vijayanagar kingdom. Under Vijayanagar kingdom, if Vijayanagar kingdom is there, then the name of Krishna Dev Raya is very popular. He is an important, famous ruler of Vijayanagar kingdom. He himself was a good writer, and he has written Amukta Malyad. What he has written? Amukta Malyad, Raja Krishna Dev Raya. He was a good Telugu and Sanskrit writer. Next, if we talk about Mughal literature. So first one is a Babur, as you know, he is the first ruler. So he started the Turkish poetry. He is a pioneer of Turkish poetry, and he is the author of Tuzuk-e-Babur. Tuzuk-e-Babur, autobiography of Babur, is written in Turkish language, and then it was translated into Persian language, and it is known as Baburnama. Next, Gulbadan Begum. Gulbadan Begum, she is a sister of Emperor Humayun, and she has written Humayun Nama, that is autobiography of Humayun. Next, Jahangir, he has written Tuzuk-e-Jahangir. Next, Aurangzeb, he was also very good writer, prolific writer, simple words he used to use. And the last Mughal emperor, that is Bahadur Shah Jafar, he was also a poet, Urdu poet. Next, we can see even during Akbar period, many literature was very good, flourished, in which Tulsidas and Surdas written in this period. The great poet Keshav Das, who has written on love and separation, that is Keshav Das. Next, Rahim's Dohe, they all are popular during the Akbar reign. Now, what are the work done by Akbar, we will see. The work done by Akbar, actually he has not written anything, but he had a gems, Navratna. In that, Abdul Fazl, he wrote An-e-Akbari and Akbarnama. These 2 books are written by Abdul Fazl. What is An-e-Akbari? It means a detail of Indian custom, manner, religion, philosophy, in you can tell every aspect of life. Next, Abdul Fazl's brother. His brother is Faizi. He was also a good Persian poet, and he translated many Sanskrit work into Persian. Even Akbar was himself, he was not literate, but he was so fond of literature that he has established one department where all the Sanskrit work used to be converted, translated into Persian, like Mahabharata, Ramayana, Atharvaveda, Bhagavad Gita, Panchatantra. These all books were translated into Persian. Last one, Urdu language. In Urdu language we can see poets like Wali, Mir Dard, Mir Taqsi Mir, Nazir Akbarbadi, Abdullah Khan, Ghalib, Iqbal. They were the certain Urdu poets. And next, Urdu prose. It was also developed in 18th century. This was a time when the Urdu prose started in 18th century, in which you can see Muhammad Hussain Azad. He has written Darbar-e-Akbari. Muhammad Hussain Azad has written Darbar-e-Akbari. Next, ancient university, I am going to explain you in next video. So I hope